Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I decided I want to do another topical video. Yes, it's going to be about insecurities because I feel like insecurities affect everyone, whether it be male or female. I know a lot of people tend to think it only kind of affects females, like it's tailored towards one gender. No, it's not. Insecurities can affect a male, a female, whoever. You know, it's not just tailored towards a specific gender. Yeah, I just wanted to come on here and talk about some of the reasons why we can feel insecure about ourselves, about our careers, our looks, all these little things. Well, not little because they're major, you know, all these things that kind of impact the way we see ourselves and, you know, how we go about life. Let's just get into the video. So a couple of weeks ago I was actually with a friend and recently as well I was with another friend, and literally this topic of insecurities is something that I feel like comes up a lot in our conversations. You know, when you have those life conversations, you're just there like, oh my god, what is going on with me? What am I gonna do? Honestly, I feel like insecurities are a big thing. I feel like, and the older you get, I feel like they impact you more. You start to realize, and all these little things that you never paid attention to become such big things, and it's like, why? Surely you think it's when you're younger, you'd feel like those thoughts would impact you more than when you're, well, not an adult, but sort of an adult, you know. But I feel like recently there are so many things, even not just me, talking to my friends and other friends of friends and stuff like that, there is so much that we're going through as young adults, and it's just sort of like, oh, how do we get over this? How do we deal with this? And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna come on here and just talk to you guys about insecurities and the 3 things that I kind of feel like build on insecurities. I've made some notes on my phone, so if I look down, I'm just gonna I'm literally just refreshing my memory as to what I want to talk about. But I've managed to I've watched a few other videos and I've read a few things online and stuff. I've managed to filter it down to 3 key points that I feel like build or kind of impact insecurities, if that makes any sense. So the first thing is comparison. Oh my goodness. Comparison. And with the whole rise of social media and everything like that, it's honestly the inevitable. So I just feel like it's so detrimental to compare yourself to other people and what other people are doing, you know, and that in itself leads to you feeling insecure because you kind of have all these self-doubts and you feel like you're not good enough, you'll never achieve what it is that you want. And I feel like that's something I've been going through quite recently as well, especially with my career. I'm constantly comparing myself to what I see other people doing. I'm constantly feeling like I'm not good enough, that I'm not going to achieve what I want. And it's so funny because when I was younger, and I'm sure a lot of us can say this, when we were younger, we were so determined and so focused, nothing could get in my way. Honestly, I was a bulldozer and I was just working my way through life. You know, I think it's at the point that I kind of started feeling you know what, all these kind of negative things started seeping into my mind is when I probably say when I hit my 20s, you know, just when I was about to graduate university, I kind of started feeling oh my goodness, the real world is approaching. What am I gonna do? I'm about to finish this degree, and the real world is awaiting. Honestly, I feel like that's when I started feeling oh my gosh, I'm not good enough for certain things, I'm never gonna make it. But up until that point, you know, from high school up until, you know, university, I was a very confident person, very self-assured in what I wanted to do, where I'll be, how I'll get to my goals and stuff. And I feel like the older I got, all these little things started playing in my mind, things I'd never thought of before. Do you know what I mean? Things I haven't even experienced yet, I'm already thinking about how I'm gonna deal with it, or if I'm gonna ever have to deal with it. And especially with the rise of social media now, literally it can be a very beneficial tool, let's not get it twisted, but it can also be very harming to, you know, society. And I feel like this now, and I wonder what the younger generation are going to feel like because they're growing up with it. But what I'm trying to say is, you know, social media is really just it's opened up a door to, you know, the livelihoods. Obviously you invite people into your personal lives, you show them all these things, and someone like myself, I'm on social media a lot, and maybe I need to take a break from it, you know, because I'm seeing a lot of things that I feel kind of make me feel really down about myself because I'm always comparing myself to what I see other people doing. I just see a lot of people doing things that I kind of thought I'd be doing, and I don't know, maybe it's because I'm rushing, or I feel like I'm rushing too much into my career, and I'm rushing without even taking a step to breathe and just enjoy what life is now, you know. But I'm seeing so many people in presenting, they're doing all these entertainment, fashion things, and I'm just sort of why am I not doing that? Why am I just sat here doing nothing? But it's not I'm not doing anything. It's so funny because I literally belittle myself, and I make myself feel like I'm not doing anything, that what I'm doing is not an accomplishment and it's not anything you know, viable. And yes, it is. For one, I work for a major company, you know, and I have to remind myself sometimes oh no, Nadine, you know, you graduated uni within a year, not even a year, within 6 months of graduation, you managed to get yourself into this massive top company, you're living in London, you have all these things going on around you, why are you not satisfied? And I'm just like, oh, just be happy with, why can't I just be happy with what I have, you know? And I go on social media, I see all these people doing all the things, and I'm just like, oh, that should be what I'm doing, that's what I need to be doing. And it's like, no, take a breather, enjoy life for what it is. I feel like a lot of us as well, we just need to let go of that whole idea of like comparing ourselves to other people and things that we see are going on, because we don't know the backstory, we don't know what people are going through behind the story, do you know what I mean? And yeah, that's just something I feel like we need to kind of like work on. We need to be like more appreciative of how far we've come at a certain point in time. And I feel like, again, we live in this generation where we want everything so instantly, like instant gratification. We don't want to wait for things. Like I say, I'm a very impatient person. Yes, I am a very impatient person as well, but when I want something, I want it now. And that's something I feel like I need to work on. Like I just need to literally, I don't know how many times I can say this, but I just need to take a step back and just breathe, like, and chill. Like we're always constantly like trying to get to the next level before even experiencing and being content with what we have now. So yeah, I just feel like comparison can be a big feeder into the whole insecurity thing. Like it literally makes you doubt yourself and like, you know, worry that you're never going to be where you want to be, that you're not good enough, and all these negative things. And I just feel like, yeah, like comparison, like it just needs to be taken down a notch. Like we just need to literally, and I know myself as well, I just need to take myself out of that situation where I'm constantly looking at what everyone else is doing and not being content and not being happy and feel like I'm a failure, because I'm not. Like I've achieved so much, and I'm so grateful to God as well for where I'm at this point in my life as well, because not many people are, you know. But it's just understanding and just being grateful for where you are at this point in time. And I just feel like, yeah, it just takes a lot to kind of understand that and kind of like be in the moment. And yeah, I feel like I just rambled on. This is going to be a very blaggy video because I'm looking at this. Yeah, it's already 10 minutes and I'm still on the first point. My second point would be over criticism, like how we criticize ourselves way too much. Like, you know how people say like when someone says something negative to you, like it's not as worse as what we can say to ourselves. Like, and honestly, I honestly am starting to see this, and the way we treat ourselves and the things we say to ourselves is far more detrimental than what anyone else can say to us. I can sit in a room and have a thought about creating something or doing something like fun or creative, and before I even reach the end of that thought, I've already come up with like 20 reasons as to why that idea won't work, and I literally can speak so much negativity onto myself. Like no one is even around saying these things. I'm saying this to myself, and I'm sure you guys do this as well. Literally overthink so much. Like honestly, what is that saying? Life is in the power of the tongue. The things that you speak literally will become you. And I started praying about this because I feel like I do this way too often, like way too much. And I don't know why, because it's not like I'm in a space where people around me are being so negative, but I feel like I'm always over criticizing myself. Like I have a perception of where I should be and what I should be doing, that because I'm not there at this certain point in time, I feel like I'm a failure, or I'm not going to achieve it, or I'm not going to be this. And again, it's just taking time out to just realize that, you know what, be happy with what you have for now, and the rest will slowly fall into place. I can't even express how sad it is sometimes, you know, when you can be so horrible to yourself. Like, and I feel like the more we do that, and I know I'm not the only one that does this, we all do this, you know what I mean? Like we all speak negatively on ourselves sometimes, but I think we just need to take ourselves out of that space and start looking at the qualities that are good within us and the things that we have achieved, and start praising ourselves for these little things that we've done. Because it's sometimes we can focus way too much on the negative side and the things that we haven't achieved, and we forget to actually look at what we have right in front of us, you know? And we literally are so dismissive of it because we're literally always thinking about the next best thing. And it's funny because I was actually talking about this with my friend, and I was saying to her, like, you know, when we look at where we are right now, like we're so young and we've achieved so much, and so many people would be so happy and feel so blessed to be at the level that we're at now. So why can't we just be content with what we have? But then I realized it's because we set the bars for ourselves. Like if I want to achieve something, like I want to do it now. I'm not trying to wait. I have a plan. If I want it now, I want it. Again, there comes the whole impatient thing. Like honestly, impatience is just, oh Lord, I pray you give me peace of mind and you bless me with just being calm and thankful for where I am at this point in my life, because wow. So, you know, just overthinking and being so overtly self-critical and just saying all these negative things can really impact us, and then we become really insecure, and we don't even need someone around us to be saying these things because we're already feeding these negative thoughts into our mind, and it becomes this negative spin on things, and it's just like, how do you get yourself out of that, you know? I feel like the best thing that I've started to do now is I literally, every time I start thinking negatively about where I am at or what I'm doing, I literally just start thinking about all the positive things that I've done, all the good things that I've done, because I think for most of us, we can get so trapped in being in this space where we're just always so negative and just horrible to ourselves, and we don't need to be, because there's enough people out there that, you know, are speaking or thinking negative things about us and, you know, wishing for our downfall, that we don't need to be doing it to ourselves, you know. And yeah, because I do feel like the way we see ourselves is the way, you know, the world will see us as well, and the things we speak into our lives will become of us. I don't want to be at a point where I'm like always speaking negatively upon myself, and it's like then things start failing and I'm sort of like, oh, why is this not working out? Well, girl, you spoke it into existence. There is power in the tongue, and I really don't, you know, I don't want you guys or myself to kind of feel like, oh, I actually spoke this into existence. Now what am I going to do about it? So my third and final point is self-doubt, and I'm pretty sure like all the other points kind of cover that, like the whole self-doubt and not believing that, you know, we'll get where we are, and not trusting in ourselves to, I don't know, like it's just a massive loop, isn't it? It just goes around in a loop, and it's just sort of like, when will it end? When I'm in the ground? I hope so. But for now, I'm happy to be alive. I'm not trying to say anything. But yeah, so self-doubt, that is something we all go through. You know, I know lots, and it's not just an age thing. I feel like no matter whatever stage you're at in your life, you'll always have this thing of self-doubt, because you feel like you're not good enough, or you feel like you won't achieve it, or, you know, there's always someone better than you. And again, it ties in with the whole comparison thing, because you're looking at someone else and then you feel like you're not good enough because you're not where they are, and it's like, no, your time will come again. And me and my friend again actually touched upon this topic, but yeah, we talked about self-doubt and just how we can really knock ourselves down to the point where it's like it's unnecessary. Before you've even thought of an idea, you've already cancelled it because you've already come up with like 10 different reasons as to why it's not going to work out. Or, you know, you want to try something new, but you've already like put all these thoughts into your head as to why you won't, you know, do well in it. And I think that's something that we all need to kind of work on, including myself, and I know you guys out there as well who are watching this video kind of feel like we should love ourselves a little bit more. Like, we should give ourselves credit, you know, for the things that we've achieved and attained in life so far, because it doesn't come easy to all. You know, not everyone can achieve what we have, and I think we just need to be very grateful for where we're at times. And I feel like I'm saying this to myself as well, because there are so many times where I'm just like, you know what, Nadine, what you've done is just like, it's just crap. Like, you haven't, you know, put in any effort, or it's not great, or you can do better. Why haven't you done better? No one's gonna watch this, and no one's gonna like it, or rah 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 rah. And it's just like, no, just do it. Just live your life and just be happy. We literally get ourselves in this mindset where we believe like we can't like achieve something, or we can't do something because, you know, it's not going to work out and we haven't even tried yet, you know. And this really feeds into the whole idea of like the whole insecurity thing, because, you know, when you constantly tell yourself you're not good enough, or you're not pretty enough, or you're not, you know, smart enough, or you're not tall enough, or you're not thin enough, or you're not big enough, or whatever, you know, you really start to believe it, and that really starts to impact you on a general level. It starts to impact you in the way you see yourself and how you live your life. And, you know, no one wants to live a life where they feel like, you know, they can't do something, or they're not good enough for someone, or they're not good enough for something, or they're not good enough for that job. It's just a terrible mind space to be in, you know. And I feel like, again, we get so much of the world telling us we can't do this, we can't do that. Why do we need to do that to ourselves? If anything, we should be our #1 fans. We should love ourselves to the point where it's like no one can knock us. But that doesn't mean that, you know, someone can't say something negative and it won't get into our minds. But at the end of the day, it's how we deal with it, you know. Let's talk about YouTube for an example. Like, I'll think of a video idea, and then I'll think, oh no, actually I'm not going to do it because someone else has already done it, and my content might not be as great, or I don't have this, or I don't have that, so there's no point in doing it, and no one will watch it, so I may as well not. Doubting myself before I've even given myself a chance to, you know, try out whatever it is I said I wanted to film, or, you know, think of the ideas. Ugh, I'm over it. I just wish it could be taken, this idea of self-doubt and insecurities and all these things can just be taken away from me, because I just really want to have a clear mind. I want to be so fearless, like, and I just want to be able to do what I want, whatever I want, and not have the worries of the world on my shoulders, because who gives a Fuck. I didn't want to swear. When we want to try out something new, I think the best thing is to just give ourselves the opportunity to even try it, to even fail before we start knocking ourselves. Because we haven't even, like, sometimes we don't even give ourselves a chance to fail. And then it's like, well, you'll never know now because you didn't even try. You already just knocked the idea before it even became, you knocked the thought before it became a physical thing, you know? So I think, again, it comes with, obviously, age. You know, self-assurance will come with time. And obviously, the more you achieve things, or, you know, even if you don't achieve it, maybe just trying and failing will make you feel like, actually, what is really the worst thing that can happen if I try something and it doesn't work out? I fail. So what? I get back up again and I try again and I try again until I get it right, you know? But yeah, yeah, I think I'm just going to end this video at this point because I feel like those are kind of like the 3 things that I feel like definitely do have an impact on my insecurity. And I don't know if you're watching this video, maybe you feel the same as well. You know, like maybe we just need to be better people to ourselves. Like, you know, forget about what's going on outside, you know, in the space of other humans, and kind of just really like sit with ourselves and self-reflect and just kind of think, you know what, maybe it's time we give ourselves a chance and just kind of be like a little bit more positive towards ourselves. We're all good at putting up a mask and we might be going through certain things, but we just know how to put a smile on our faces and we don't speak to anyone about it and we just sit there and we're just sort of like, oh my god. There's nothing wrong with that, obviously, but I just think when you speak to people, it kind of just eases the burden, the load that you're feeling, you know? Because there are people around you, whether it be your friends, your family, I don't know, your boyfriends, your husbands, whatever, that will always kind of have a different perspective of what you're feeling. You know, they can give you a different way to look at things than, you know, you just sit in a room by yourself like I do sometimes, just thinking about my life around and around and around, and then I'm just like, oh, I need a pizza. I need a pizza. To get my mind off these thoughts, you know. That's it really for this video. I just really wanted to come and share with you a few of my thoughts on the whole insecurity and the things that I believe kind of like feed into insecurities, and, you know, like how we can deal with it sometimes. So self-care and self-love is just really all we can give ourselves, you know. We're all beautiful, we're all smart, we're all kind, loving, and yeah. All I can say is live your life the way you want to. Honestly, no one else is going to live your life, so do it the way you want to, regardless of what everyone else thinks. This is your life. You only have one of it. So, you know, do it the way you want to do it. Honestly, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video because I kind of enjoy just talking and blabbering on. I hope this message kind of resonates with someone at least. So yeah, thank you guys again so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, hey, please do hit that subscribe button if you want to see more of my content, and like the video if you enjoyed it, because why not, you know? Like it, let me know you got the message, that it hit home a little. And leave your thoughts and comments in the comment box. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye.